Hi, I'm Dr. Leif Smith. Welcome from sunny Florida. Today I wanted to talk to you about why it's so hard to make sustained changes in our lives. Do you ever wonder why that's so hard, especially this time of year? I'm filming this in Florida near the end of the year as we switch to a brand new year. And I know what's going to happen in most people's lives. They're going to make New Year's resolutions, which they'll later regret, because it's so hard to fulfill them. They'll go to the gym for 2 weeks or 3 weeks and then lose motivation. They'll go on a diet for 2 weeks or 3 weeks and then lose motivation. They'll get on a dating service and try to find that right person, the person that completes them, that completes their lives for 2 or 3 weeks, and then they'll lose motivation. I don't want that to happen for you. And so today I want to talk a little bit about New Year, New You, instead of New Year, Old You. So we've all heard that phrase, New Year, New You, right? Why do we get tired of it? We get tired of it because it really isn't a new us. It's New Year, same old me. New Year, old me. And we get frustrated. And that's why when I'm talking to people about setting goals and setting New Year's resolutions, they always look at me like I'm trying to feed them asparagus. Right? They don't want to hear it. I don't do New Year's resolutions. That's what I hear. They never work. That stuff's just mumbo jumbo, touchy-feely stuff. Well, there's a reason why your New Year's resolutions haven't stuck before. That's because you keep doing the same old things, but expecting different results. Okay? What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about trying to feel better about your life while still stuck in the same old dead-end job in the corner cubicle that you've been at for 10 years. Or trying to feel better about yourself when you're hanging out with the same old toxic people that just take from you and never give back. They never ask about how you're doing. They never ask about what changes you're trying to make in your life. So we have this goal, this resolution, right? And then we go back to an environment that doesn't support it. It's really hard to lose weight when you go back to a fridge full of bad food. It's really hard to lose weight when you go back to a fridge full of bad food and a toxic spouse or toxic roommates. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if we want to make change, if we want to make these resolutions stick, we're going to need to change some stuff up in our environment. Now, how can we do that? I think we start small. Think about one thing you can do to change your environment in the new year for the better. Maybe you can get up earlier. Maybe you can listen to better music. Maybe you can change roommates. Maybe you need to dump that current person that you're hanging out with. Maybe you need to find new friends. You'll know what the change is, but the key is we got to make one change first. And when we do that, it makes it easier to make other changes. So, changing the environment will help us sustain a new behavior. But keeping the old environment will help us sustain the old behavior. I want you to be very intentional about how you set your goals for the coming year. Start with something that's very important to you. Relationships is a good one. Self-image is a good one. How are you supposed to feel good about yourself if you keep repeating the same old negative self-talk? And then you keep hanging out with the same negative people? How is that going to help you change your view of yourself? The quick answer is that it won't, and you know that. So that's why resolutions don't work. We have good intentions and a new goal, but we go back to the same old, boring, toxic, unhealthy lifestyle and expect that our intentions will just magically win out over these habits that we've created. They won't. So let's start changing that environment. Let's change the people we hang out with. If they're not for you, if they're not with you, they're not good for you. Let's start changing the environment, what we have in our fridge to eat if we're trying to eat healthier, if we're trying to lose weight, what time of day we eat. Are we going to fast this year or are we not going to fast? What are we going to do? Let's change how we eat. Let's change who we hang out with. Let's change the time of day that we work out. Maybe getting it done first thing in the morning is better for you. Once you start making these changes, they're much more sustainable and you can keep going and you will feel better about yourself in the long run. I'm Dr. Leif Smith, talking to you about New Year, New You, instead of New Year, Old You. And I hope you subscribe. I want you to be part of my community. And I will see you in the next video.